Hello, I'm Sophie and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a video, a writing vlog, that'll probably take place entirely in this chair at my kitchen table, unless I decide to go somewhere else, but probably not. Today, we are doing something that I have completely brought upon myself. Also, I'm a little sick at the moment. It's like the most tame head cold ever, but I am a little congested, so if I sound a little weird, that's why. But ignore it, because all it is just like sniffles and I'm coughing every now and then. So, where was I? Oh, self-inflicted stress. Yes, if you're unaware, I am currently hosting a summer writing retreat. It's actually almost over, which is kind of sad. But the last sort of event that we're doing in the retreat is an anthology. A little collection of short stories. This is super informal, like we're not like publishing this or anything. We just wanted to all come together to write little short stories that all take place in the same city, in the same world. We came up with everything, we figured everything out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like all the world building and everything, so everyone can be like at least semi-consistent, with the idea that the deadline for everyone's stories to be submitted on August 15th. Do you want to guess what day it is? Do you want to guess the date I am filming this on? Lock it in, because I'm about to give you the answer. It's August 15th. And do you want to guess how much I've done? How much I've worked on this story? Do you want to lock that answer in too? Because I'm going to give you the answer. None. I've worked on none of it. So today, we will be discovering how to write a short story in one day. This is brainstorming, this is outlining, this is drafting, this is editing, this is submitting. So this is gonna be fun. I'm a little scared. I already have done the brainstorming for today. I ended up coming up with something that's like kind of horror at the end. It's almost like body horror-y or like monster horror-y, which was weird. I was trying to just do a cozy little short story, but I was like, ooh, I want to add like some conflict, I want to add something fun, and we ended up with horror, so that's exciting. But it is going to be nice and cozy and fun in the beginning, and then we get to the second half of the story and it's going to be a little gruesome. But so far all I've done is the brainstorming. This is definitely something I can work off of, and it's definitely something that'll be good once I can outline it, but I have not outlined anything yet. So it is 12:45 p.m. on August 15th, and we are going to start trying to outline the short story. This is not going to be a super in-depth or detailed outline, simply because this story is probably going to be like 3,000 words, 4,000 words. So it's not going to be huge, but I do want a structure to follow. Actually, let's go over what this prompt even is, what I'm even writing about. My prompt, this was a prompt roulette, so what that means is that everyone who's participating submits their name and a prompt. And then, since I was the host, typically when I did prompt roulettes in the past, I was not the host, but this is how I did it. I got everyone's prompts, and then I put them in a spreadsheet and I shuffled all the prompts around. There's, I think, 15 or 16 people that are participating in this one, which is very exciting. And the day that the prompts released, I sent everyone their prompt without telling them who wrote it, who submitted it. It's kind of like a Secret Santa sort of deal. So my prompt was a witch/sorcerer who works the cafe and casts spells through the baked goods and the coffee they prepare. Very fun. So that is what I will be writing about. I do have the cozy aspect where my main character is running her coffee shop. She's interacting with cool customers. She's preparing baked goods. She's brewing coffee, what have you. And then after she closes up the coffee shop and she goes back into the bakery, it is revealed that she has this experiment she's working on. It's a baking experiment. It's like she's testing out bread recipes, essentially. But this one is a little sinister, and shenanigans ensue. So that is what is happening. If you guys want to read the story that I come up with, I will leave a link to it, the Google Doc, in the description. Check it out if you want. Hopefully it's good. I haven't written it yet, obviously, but if it's bad, maybe there won't be a link in the description. But I will be brave. I will be brave, and I will put the link down below. But enough dilly-dallying. Let's outline. Let's get this outline started. we're back. I have finished the outline. The outline is 1 page long. So like I said, not super detailed. Let's see how many words it is actually. 397 words. Love that for me. And also, let me put this down somewhere. Cute. I also stopped halfway through. Well, not halfway through. I finished the outline and then I was like, ooh, I want to make a cover for this because I'm an idiot. You guys can see the cover on the Google Doc. So if you want to see it more fully, more in detail, I don't really know. Go check it out there. But I'm calling this story Proof of Monsters. Isn't it so cute? Isn't it so fun? I really like this cover. That was a huge sidetrack. So now it's time to actually start writing. I did want to go out to a coffee shop and like just bust this out at that coffee shop and then come back and edit it before submitting it. But I don't know if that's the best idea because I sound like this and my nose is draining. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know. But I do need to get writing. We are back from the coffee shop. I have written 2,000 words-ish, and I stopped right before the beginning of like the climax of the short story. So that is all I have left to write. There isn't much of a resolution. It just sort of happens, and then she has to sort of sit with what just happened, my main character. So that is all that's left, but I'm going to take a little break just so I don't burn out trying to write this whole story in one sitting. I'm gonna do a little cleaning, I'm gonna cook because I need to eat, and then we will get back into it. But I will see you guys in probably an hour when we come back to finish drafting, and then I can reread it, figure out what I need to change, what I need to add to and everything, and then submit it, hopefully. Okay, we are back. It's been about an hour, as I suspected. It's already dark out because I think there's rain coming. Oh my god, I sound so good. This is crazy. I sound like a nerd. Okay, that's fine. Whatever, we're gonna just push forward. It is time to get back into writing. Like I said earlier, all I have left to write is the climax of the story. I almost said the book. Not a book. I'm kind of excited because it is a character fighting against a monster that she's accidentally made. So we're gonna start that. I'm going to sit here, write it the whole way through, and then we will reread it, figure out what I need to add, what I need to get rid of, what I need to rewrite, etc. And then we can submit it. Scary. Scary. I haven't like actually submitted a completed short story. Completed, you know what I mean? Since the last prompt roulette, if I even actually wrote it at that time. So it's been a long time since I've sort of shared something that I deem complete that I'm not going to be working on in the future. So this is going to be weird, but I'm excited. Some people have already submitted their pieces too, because today is the deadline, and you know, people are typically more punctual than I am, and I'm so excited to read those. I'm just telling myself that I can't read them until I submit my own story, so I'll probably have to read those sometime tomorrow, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love reading everyone's writing, especially after learning so much about everyone's projects. It's like, it's another puzzle piece put into the puzzle that sort of like reveals what the book everyone is working on is like. So it's very fun to get that little insight. But anyways, we're gonna get back to work. I am so sorry I sound like this. I'm kind of annoyed. I know editing me is gonna be annoyed too because I sound weird. So sorry editing me, but cannot be helped. Cannot be helped. All right, let's write this climax. Okay, I just finished writing the story. I wrote the end on it. Well, technically, I didn't actually write the end, but a final line is in the book. The final line's in the story. It has come out to 3,314 words, but now I'm going to give it a light reread. I'm going to see what I need to add, if I need to add anything. Do a little bit of line editing. I'm sure most of it'll just be line editing because it's just a short story that doesn't have a ton of lore. Like, there's not a bunch of stuff that we need to add. There is at least one thing that I do need to add because it just adds a little more context to what's happening and sort of introduces the world building, the magic of this world. So I think I'm gonna add that first because I actually have a comment in here already talking about that. So I'm gonna do that first and then we'll read through it, see if I like it. If it doesn't need a huge edit, more power to me. Oh, and I can share it. Oh my god, I'm excited and I'm scared. I think this story is a lot of fun though. I am really enjoying it. I don't know if I'm really selling the whole, my main character is sort of a mad scientist type who's trying to achieve something and she'll do anything to achieve that. Don't know if I'm totally selling that. It's fine. It's just a silly short story. But let me add that one thing that I need to add and then we're gonna do a reread. And hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good to go. And hopefully I catch all the typos because I'm really bad at catching typos and it's so embarrassing. Typos are so embarrassing. Okay, I just read through the entire thing. I really like it. There were just a couple things I needed to change. There were a couple words that I could make a little stronger by rephrasing it. Active verbs and whatnot. Now it sits at 3,342 words. Nice. And it is 7 pages long. Well, like 6.5, not even. And it's done. It's done. Once again, if you want to read this story, it's kind of silly, but if you are curious as to what I wrote, it is down below. Please check it out. I am going to add the cover that I made to the front or the top of this document, and I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it with the Discord. Oh my god. Okay, I think it's all done. Okay. This is exciting. I do want to add page numbers because I'm a stickler like that. Okay. Okay, here's everything. So here is the cover. Love it. It's so fun. And then here's the prompt. I like putting the prompt at the top so everyone can see what I was basing it off of. And then here is literally the entire story. All in all, I am quite happy with this story. I'm gonna go submit it to the anthology channel on the Discord, so they're seeing it first, but once again it is in the description so you can totally check it out. Let me know what you think if you want, but otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. This is a short vlog. I'm aware it's a very tiny vlog. It's only a day long. I wrote a short story in a day. That's the whole thing. Let me know if you liked this video. I've always been interested in getting better at writing short stories because I feel like I'm not very good at structuring character around a medium that is so short. I feel like I always need a novel length story to try and flesh out these characters to what I want them to be. So if you guys are interested, maybe I'll do this again outside of the prompt roulette where I just try and write a short story and, you know, try and get it to a point that I'm like, ooh, nice. Otherwise, let me know anything and everything in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.